Now our Abra Barbier, who's watching this reaction from Parliament. She joins us now live. And Abra, of course, there's going to be all kinds of questions about even what Parliament does moving forward, given their interest in around what took place at Steinhoff.
Good morning, Ayanda. Yes, things are moving so fast. I'm being inundated with messages and information. I just got information from a colleague who said that the Speaker has indicated that she's going to be interdicting the arrest. I got a message from the DA talking about there not being any provision for special leave for the Speaker to take, and the DA will be writing to all other political parties in Parliament to support its motion of no confidence for the removal of the Speaker that they are hoping to have happen before the end of this Parliament's term. I also received a message from, let me just get to all these messages. I also received a message from the Special Advisor to the Speaker, Mike Ramogoma, who says that they are disappointed and shocked by the misinformation that's being spread that the Speaker has in fact been arrested. They're saying that this is not true. But I am also going to be speaking to political parties on the ground. Some of them have agreed to come into Parliament today to come and speak with us on this issue. First, I have Mr. Ahmed Sheikh Imam of the NFP. Mr. Sheikh Imam, thank you so much for rushing to Parliament today. First of all, are you going to be joining the DA in its motion of no confidence?
Well, I think first of all we need to establish exactly what is going on. The allegations are of a very serious nature. But remember, they are allegations at this point in time. We now confirm that the Speaker has not been arrested thus far. And I think it's a decision that we as Parliament must take. And if the decision is that we must bring a vote of no confidence, then so be it. But we have to at all times act in the best interest of Parliament and the people that we serve.
What are your thoughts on the special leave?
Well, I'm not sure, like the Democratic Alliance have alluded to, that there is provision for special leave. And of course, I think the other question that arises is that who does the Speaker herself report to? And I note that she has said she has written to the Secretary of Parliament, but the Secretary of Parliament is an employee of the Speaker, so I have a problem with that. And of course, she says she's also written to the President asking for special leave. But now remember, there is separation of powers. We are Parliament, an independent body, an independent authority, and I think that should be directed to us.
Mr. Sheikh Imam, thank you very much. Let me just call in Dr. Corné Mulder of the FF Plus, who's also kindly joined us. Dankie meneer vir jou tyd vandag. Special leave. I know you're quite clued up on the Constitution. You're one of our constitutional experts here. Is there such a provision?
No, there's no such provision. Special leave has become a term being used when people are in serious trouble and they vacate their position technically for the reason until some investigation has been done. We don't have special leave for the Speaker. It doesn't exist, no.
So what is the next step now? What would you like to see happen?
Well, unfortunately, it seems to be unclear now whether she's been arrested or not. The information says she has been arrested. I'm absolutely shocked. You must understand what we are talking about. The Speaker is the head of the legislative arm in South Africa. She's on the same level as the Deputy President with regard to the Executive and the Chief Justice with regard to the Judiciary. So it's absolutely a shocking development in that instance. And it's quite clear to me that we cannot proceed as such. A motion of no confidence is absolutely the right way to go at this stage unless the Speaker herself resigns as soon as possible.
Thank you so much for your time. So please hang around. We're going to be speaking to an Afrikaans as well later on. Mr. Brett Herren of Good. You know the question. What are your thoughts?
Well, I think there's three things to consider. First of all, there's the law. I mean, obviously, the law prohibits a South African who has been convicted of a crime and had a sentence imposed that's 12 months imprisonment from serving as a public representative. That obviously hasn't happened. Then there's the ANC's own constitution about how they deal with their members who are charged with criminal offences or who are being investigated on criminal for criminal offences. And really the ANC needs to decide how they intend to handle their member who is now currently in very serious trouble, and if she's been arrested, that means she's about to be charged. The ANC needs to decide how they're going to deal with their member. And of course there's the moral obligation that public representatives have to lead with dignity and integrity. And given what has happened, in the best interest of South Africa for the Speaker to actually resign. This special leave is nonsense. It doesn't exist. It's really in the hands of, right now, from a legal perspective, of the ANC and the Speaker's own sense of integrity and service to this country. And I think that demands that she resigns rather than require Parliament to bring a motion of no confidence to remove her.
On the issue of integrity and models, the public is obviously watching this play out blow by blow. How should members of the public be looking at this? I mean, what does this say for the institution of Parliament, who the public's supposed to be having so much trust and confidence in?
Well, it's as I said, it's in the interest of the Republic of South Africa, the citizens, confidence in political leadership as we lead up to an election where we want voters to participate in this election because they trust that politicians will do the right thing for them. And so in the interest of an election where voters' confidence is increasingly diminishing in political institutions, we really need the current Speaker to take all of that into account and to realize that being under investigation, possibly being arrested today and being charged is going to damage South Africa's confidence in democracy and politics even more than it is already damaged, and it would be in the best interest of our country if she was to take that into account and resign. If she doesn't, it's really up to the ANC to take action against their member, because unfortunately, institutionally, she is entitled to occupy a seat as a public representative until she's convicted and sentenced, and that sentence must be a 12-month or more in prison sentence. So it's really a ANC matter, how they handle their members who are charged or investigated for serious criminal offences and corruption, and up to the Speaker herself to understand the damage this is doing to the confidence that voters have in our participatory democracy.
Thank you so much for your time. That was Brett Hedden. We will be catching up with MPs from other parties throughout the day. We've been trying to get hold of them since this morning. Some of them will be speaking to us on radio. Many of the parties are out campaigning, so it might be a little bit difficult to get to them, but we will try our best to get as much reaction and comment from everyone. As Mr. Hedden just said, that this is an ANC matter and the ANC needs to deal with this in the correct way. But the bigger picture, of course, is the perception of Parliament and how the public now views this institution, and being so close to an election as well. I mean, I'm sure everybody is watching this story with very keen eyes. Ayanda?
Certainly, Abra, thanks very much indeed, giving us great reaction there following the developments around Nosiviwe Mapisa-Nqakula, the National Assembly Speaker. And as you were speaking there, Abra, more information coming through. You did mention to us that this is a fast-moving story from Parliament this time, refuting those claims that Mapisa-Nqakula has in fact been arrested. Turns out, according to the statement from Parliament, that she is at home. I'm going to try and read part of it verbatim. Parliament says the Speaker remains on special leave from her official residence as she prepares to defend herself against the allegations. We can confirm that this morning the Speaker has filed papers in court challenging the manner in which the search and seizure warrant was obtained and the operation itself was carried out. As we said, it's a very rapidly developing story, and literally by the minute as we speak, more information becomes available to us. But to our team in Parliament, Barbara, Abra, thanks very much indeed.